So, Steam is a wonderful place full of whimsy and money pits. But sometimes you want a new game without the whole paying for it part. We've all been there. So today, I want to share with you a few games on Steam that are completely free for you to play in their entirety. Now I know that often comes with connotations, Battle Pass and, a bunch of microtransaction bullshit. But all these games have no Battle Pass, no DLC other than just supporting the creator, and they're completely free for you to play completely. Nothing costs money. I tried to choose games that span a few different genres, so hopefully there will be a game for everyone on here. But enough with the intro. Let's get started with the first game on the list. Nightmare Kart. Please don't sue me, Sony. Nightmare Kart is a kart racer that's inspired by, but very legally distinct from, the tragically never reported Bloodborne. Yeah, I know. It's fucking wild. For as wacky as the concept is, though, this game's actually really awesome. It's got all the standard kart racer mechanics like item boxes, and drift boosts, and all that, but it also takes a few elements from Bloodborne as well. Half the items are just lethal weapons like a hunter pistol, a lever-action shotgun. Instead of coins like in Mario Kart, you get blood to increase your max speed, and you can only get blood through slaying anything and everything that stands in your way. You have a health bar too, and can 100% get murked, but fret not, Hunter, you can reclaim your lost blood as long as you don't die again, just like in a FromSoft game. This game actually has a lot of modes to choose from as well. It's got, standard races, it's got a team deathmatch mode, it's got last man standing modes, and even a capture the flag style mode. Plus a story mode that you can play through. For the most part, that's just, an introduction to the maps and the modes. But it actually has its own boss battles too, like this very legally distinct fallen hunter boss named Father Gregory that has absolutely nothing to do with Father Gascon. And to top all this off, Nightmare Kart has local co-op, so you can bust this bad boy out at parties. The only downside is there's no online multiplayer yet, but the dev has been fairly good about updates, so that may change in the future. All in all, this may actually take the cake as my favorite kart racer ever, and you don't have to pay a penny for it. Good shit. But with that being said, moving on. The next game on the list is going to be Emily is Away. Real OGs will have played this game when it first came out a decade ago, and had it crush their poor teenage soul. Emily is Away is a story-driven visual novel-style game that takes place entirely in its own version of AOL Instant Messenger. You're a young whippersnapper just graduating high school, who maybe has a crush on this girl Emily, but you're not sure how to approach it. Each chapter takes place a year after the other, and you get to watch your relationship progress as you both go your separate ways to different colleges, always connected by this messaging app. Emily will remember what you say to her, and your actions will shape how both your and her stories will pan out. This game has a really powerful story in my opinion. Be warned though, if you're 15 and head over heels for your first crush in school like I was, this game might hit you kind of hard. That's all I'm gonna say about the story though. If you want more, go experience it. It's only like 30 or 40 minutes per playthrough, so even if you want to start over and try for a different outcome, it still won't be too much of a time sink. A very, very good game though, and well worth at least one playthrough in my opinion. But with all that said, it's time to move on to the final game. That game's gonna be probably my favorite on the list, Disfigure. This game is fucking awesome. Think Vampire Survivors, but in a very stylized post-apocalyptic world with, eldritch horrors creeping in. The usual. Your only goal is to survive. You level up by killing monsters, and that lets you pick from a few scaling upgrades that you can stack throughout the run. Oh yeah, and you can't see more than 5 feet in front of you. This game has vision mechanics, where you swap between a circle vision to see close by all around you, and a cone vision, where you see a long ways away in whatever direction you're looking. This game is really, really cool. There's a ton of upgrades to pick from, so you can build craft for hours. Not to mention the different weapons that all play differently and interact with the upgrades differently. For example, my favorite weapon is the Greatsword, a slow-swinging, hard-hitting melee weapon. It starts a little bit basic, but by the end game it looks like this. Or if you want the complete other end of the spectrum, you can go with my second favorite weapon, dual submachine guns, where you sacrifice the ability to use your cone vision and instead gain the ability to blast bitches with a second gun. Here's what that one's end game looks like, and yeah, I'm using the raw recoil for my guns as a movement tech. I've personally spent many hours figuring out my playstyle and what feels best, but I'm still learning more and more about this game with each run. This game should not be free with how clean and fun it is, and yet, here we are. Between the weapon variety, the style, the vision mechanics, the boss battles, I honestly think this is a better Survivor game than Vampire Survivors itself, but that's just my opinion. Whether you agree or disagree, this game is still at the very least worth a try. Or 2. Or 20 when you get addicted, but that's enough of that. So, that's all the games I have for you today. I'm considering expanding this into a series, because there's a lot more games to talk about than just what I covered today. Let me know if that's something you're interested in. Hopefully, this list helped you find something to kill time with. I definitely know what it's like to have to game on a budget, so I'm glad to be able to help some people out with this. With that being said, if you want to help me out, like the video, subscribe, maybe even leave a nice little comment for me down there. Or don't, if you don't want to. I mean, you've already helped by just watching this far, and that's all I really ask for. But, enough of that bullshit. That's all I've got for you this time, so until the next video, I've been Mr. O'Connell. Peace.